Who we are, for those people who have never been around us before but came today for the Mayor's Forum. We are not Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, Constitutionalists, or any other party affiliation, although you'll find all of those probably here. We are Americans who are basically fed up with the federal government and are part of a nationwide movement to force our government officials to comply with the United States Constitution. Ultimately, we hope to achieve this through the ballot box. And in the last 30 days, through the hard work of the 231 members that we have so far in our group, we have had various committee meetings, numbering 8. So we've had 8 committee meetings, usually with an average of 5 to 6 people each attending those committee meetings, and everyone walking out with a list of to-do things, working towards common goals. We've had 3,000 brochures printed and distributed, and we've seen some of those brochures up front. And we ask everyone who will help and is a member to leave today with a packet of brochures, and some of our committee members have actually packeted 10 brochures to a rubber band out front for you to take to give to your neighbors and friends to help. And so we have 3,000 brochures this month that have been distributed. Now, we've had 7 street demonstrations. I actually have signs in the back of my Mercedes, and I pull those out and get out on the street, and if it's about health care, cap and trade, whatever the topic might be that day. So we've had street demonstrations numbering 7 at Bill Nelson's office against health care reform, cap and trade over in Tampa. It must have been 110 degrees that day in the sun, but we were there. Bill Young's office against health care reform. It was pouring down rain like it was a while ago, and our members were out there in their raincoats and umbrellas. 4 different Saturdays standing out in the heat at Tyrone Boulevard and 66th. At ABC Studios in Tampa against the airing of the healthcare reform from the White House. Perhaps you remember that a couple weeks ago. Other progress we've had in the last 30 days is 30 days ago roughly we had 185 members, and today we have 230 members with a 25% increase. Member Larry, go ahead. We expect it to explode any moment. Member Larry Ahern, our first member, has actually filed papers for the Florida House. We're very proud of him. We had a Constitution Vote Parade. Kathy Haddon, are you here in the room? I know you're here. She's outside manning the table. But we had a Constitution Vote Parade at John's House last weekend. Fabulous. It was unbelievable. And today we're hosting the Mayor's Forum, and we're so tickled to have all of you here. And we're so honored to be a part of this process, and that you recognized us and felt that we were a part of the process, and we appreciate that. So instead of giving a politician the keys to this city, it might be better to change the locks, but I have to start out with a little humor. No, seriously, we know where you live. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to our moderator, Willie Lawson.
I have a talk show on 860 WGUL. I've got the added privilege of, yay, GUL. I've got the privilege of speaking at the Tea Party held on April 15th in Tampa at both sessions, and it's been a whirlwind ride. Congratulations to those who put this event together. Congratulations to you. This is what government by the people really means, what you're doing here today. The format is going to be very simple. The format is simply each candidate will be given 3 minutes at the beginning for opening remarks. Each candidate will then be given 2 minutes to answer the questions that have been kept in a mayonnaise jar on Funkin' Waggles' porch since noon today. Nobody! No, sorry. I've been waiting for an opportunity to use that again. Each candidate will be given 2 minutes for summation, and then there may be, time depending, there may be an open Q&A session if time permits. Thank you for coming. Thank you for inviting me. Let's get started. You don't mind if I, because I'm old, right? All right, good. I get to make dad noises now. My son is 18, I get to make dad noises. All right. And to make things as fair as possible, I have 2 bowls. I have an in bowl and an out bowl. There we go. And each question will be random, so you won't know if you're next or not. It'll add some excitement to you. Okay? All right, and for your opening remarks, Ms. Kathleen Ford.
Thank you. My name is Kathleen Ford, and I'm running for mayor of St. Petersburg. And I'd like to thank all of you who are here this afternoon, and for all of our wonderful organizers to allow us this opportunity to share with you a little bit about what we see in the city of St. Petersburg and where we'd like to see the city go. You know, I share a lot of the concerns that you have about how government is running. For example, in the city of St. Petersburg from 2001 to 2007, the property taxes collected nearly doubled, 58 million to 103.6 million. Yet, during that entire time, we never had the number of police officers that experts had said we should have here in the city of St. Petersburg. What happened to that money? Additionally, City Council approved of a risky investment practice called securities lending with the city's operating funds. The very next meeting after Mr. Williams and I left City Council, back in 2008, the city lost $15.8 million operating dollars. Now we're in the middle of a fix. Property values have decreased, and because our local government did not listen to us when we said lower those taxes, of course we know Amendment 1 passed statewide that forced local government to decrease their taxes, to decrease our taxes. And so that's what happened. Nonetheless, I've been going through our budget, and I have identified millions of dollars in surplus funds, not reserve funds, but surplus funds. This means the city was collecting a lot of money and tucking it away in what I call the sock drawers and mattresses of the city coffers. It's time we took that money out and either gave it back or paid for services, or both. And the other thing is we've got some debt out there that has not been addressed. The city has begun to address the $184 million in healthcare supplement debt. But it's the fiscal issues that I'm concerned about. It's a secretive process. I'm the only candidate who voiced concern publicly about the secret dealings with the baseball stadium and the idea of handing over $500 million to move the stadium 16 blocks of our public dollars and public assets. I'm the only candidate who raised that issue. It's time for change in government. I would look forward to the opportunity to discuss further with you my vision for a fiscally responsible, open, accountable, and affordable St. Petersburg.